Hey guys, Dimension Jumper. Today I'll be reviewing the Five Nights at Freddy's film, which was released back on the 25th of October of this year. Now, this film is based on the games of the same name, which started out as a sort of like indie kind of game, which blew up around the mid 2010s and became a huge phenomena. And this film is based on those games, and it kind of follows the first game, kind of because the plot of both the film and the first game is basically there's a security guard who's basically has to look after this dying pizzeria place, but it's um, got all these creepy, haunted, spiritual robots, animatronics, and in the film, there's actually some added story to it. That being the main security guard guy, who's called Mike. He's got like a he's basically looking after his little sister, and his brother was kidnapped when he was a kid, and his aunt wants custody of his sister so she can have like the government monthly payments. And the job at at the Fazzy Freddy pizzeria place can sort of help him keep custody of his sister. And like in the game, the animatronics come to life, and yeah, that's basically where all the shenanigans happen. I'm not going to spoil the movie as a whole in case anyone wants to go see it, but I would say this film is quite good. Like I think it's enjoyable. There's some enjoyable elements to be there. If you're a new fan, old fan, or you're just a bit of an outsider and you don't really know much about this series, because the games have a lot of lore to them. Because there's about, in terms of the mainline ones, there's about about five FNAF games. FNAF being the shortened version of the series. I'm just going to call it FNAF, just so I wouldn't have to say it the whole title. And the FNAF games have a lot of lore behind them, because there's like if you delve deep enough into the games, you can find like hidden bits of lore to each one and how they fit into the whole timeline. And my only experience of the FNAF games is obviously YouTube. That's where the whole series blew up. I've seen bits and pieces of it, of people kind of explaining the lore. Some people just playing the game, like MatPat, Markiplier, those kinds of guys. And yeah, obviously for the film, it does, from the bits I've seen, it does everything quite well, because you got like the main animatronics, like the main guy Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, the Golden Rabbit, and Golden Freddy. And yeah, I would say I think it does. I think when you see them, the animatronics, they do look odd and weird, and their movements are also a bit weird. Like obviously they're animatronics, and because of the law, they are all possessed by these uh, ghost children, and yeah, it's just I think with the whole thing, it's nice, but I feel like I think I think the game, not the game, the film is. It feels like it was if it was released earlier. It could have been released in the early 2000s or the mid 2010s, maybe, if the games didn't exist. And yeah, it feels good. It feels sort of cheesy in the sort of sense that you can just go to see it in the cinema and just have some fun. And yeah, that's what the film feels like. Because like there are some horror elements to it, like there are some jump scares here and there, and obviously there are jump scares in the games. But I feel like with the film, the FNAF film, I feel like it uses its jump scares quite well. There were some good jump scares in there, and yeah, I feel like the story as a whole is interesting because it follows the games a bit, and yeah, it's just and it's doing surprisingly well at the box office. The last time I saw it, had like 100. Not the game. The film had earned about $130 million or something. Like it broke the box office or something, and yeah, that's. I think it's because of the huge fan base behind this film, because of the games that have been released, and yeah, I say the film has some strong elements. I do enjoy the every character interaction within the film, and yeah, it just feels fun and just sort of early 2000s to around to mid 2010s cheesiness. So if this film had been released back in between those one of those two time periods, it would have, I would say, probably earned a lot as well if it was released today. So yeah, so overall the film is enjoyable. I do enjoy the designs of the animatronics. They do feel like actual animatronics you could see at any like pizzeria place maybe. But yeah, overall the film is really enjoyable. Had some nice moments here and there, and I really enjoyed the movie as a whole. So that's been my review for the FNAF film. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.